What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, and welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday, baby. It's the wrap-up, and thanks for joining us tonight. My name is Billy Floyd, and that is...
The Commodore.
That's right, baby. We're the KitchenKillaz from Orlando, Florida. Classified as a touring acoustic duo, crashing kitchens around the country. Do it, your friendly. We do it!
For free.
That's true. We got a lot to get through, so we're going to get to it. And special guest this evening, Sarah Shoulak in the house.
Emphasis on special.
Yeah, extremely special.
Special.
Awesome. Incredible. Amazing.
Love her.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. And her hair looks fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pantene Pro V.
Everybody that we have on the show looks way better than we do. And that's
Kaylee
okay.
Harrison, what's up? Matthew Pfeiffer, Allison Basie in the house.
Yo, yo, yo.
Matt McIver in the house. Great to see everybody tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Tonight is a really great night. We're going to be chatting with a very, very good friend of ours. She's been a supporter of the great KitchenKillaz for years and years and years. We have crashed ArtHaus several times. We did a full feature the last time we were there. We had Dennis the Mad Scientist. We had Tara. We had Castledor. We had Mike Conway. We had It's Jess. We had a bunch of incredible people.
Before it was ArtHaus.
Yeah, we did. We went there when it was pre-ArtHaus. Then we went there when it was pre-ArtHaus.
It was still ArtHaus, but it wasn't.
Then it was like
officially
titled ArtHaus.
Yeah,
and then even after that, we did a full feature ArtHaus. I think we've been there like 63 times or something like that. We're getting there, man. Glendale, what's up? Laney Lerner. Great to see you, and thank you guys so much for spending some time with us tonight. So we're going to get through the wrap-up. We're going to burn through it, baby. It's important. We want to always give our huge shout-outs and thank yous to everybody that powers this product over the last week. We had a really great time this past Friday. Thank you very much. We'll go backwards. Last Monday, we had a really great wrap-up. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We wrapped it up, baby. We played a couple jams. We talked about some cool stuff, all that good stuff, which then moved us right into Tuesday, which was fantastic. Tuesday's kind of like a chill night. It's kind of like a writing night, a take it easy night, kind of relaxing, kind of coming back and cooking a little food that night.
Not for me.
No, I don't know. What did you do Tuesday night?
Yoga.
Nothing? Yoga. That's right. You had hot yoga.
Hot-ass yoga.
Hot yoga with Clyde.
With Clyde.
Hot yoga with Clyde. What
you
up?
remember
what
better
up,
than
Dennis?
I do.
The Mad Scientist from Maryland. Good to see
What
you.
up,
Cal
man?
Nunez in the house. What's up, everybody? Hang out, because as soon as we get through the boring stuff, we're going to be talking with Sarah Shoulak. That's right, man. We're going to be talking to Kaluos herself.
Don't you go anywhere.
Don't you go anywhere. We actually were just talking previously in the pre-show. She's coming up with a symbol to go by, like Prince. I'm really excited for this symbol. It's really great, and it's going to express all the things that she's ever wanted to express in just a few pieces of line work, which is she's very creative. I don't doubt that she'll be able to do it.
I'm excited. I think she can.
I know she can.
I know she can.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
She's already got a symbol.
Yeah, she's got all the symbols.
It's a K with a paintbrush.
A K with a paintbrush. So many things.
Love it.
So yeah, man. Last Monday was a great wrap up. Thank you guys for joining us so much. It's wonderful to see so many amazing people in here tonight. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. What's up, Michelle Hess? Great to see you. And yeah, so last Monday's wrap up was really cool. Really, really great interactions, good conversation, good people, great community. We had a pretty cool week to go over. The last week we had Laney Lerner 2 Fridays ago, and that was a lot to talk about because the food, the menu, the people, the night, the music was outstanding.
The turquoise kitchenware.
The turquoise kitchenware, yes. I saw a man murdered with a turquoise wok one time right in the face.
The drinks
were fantastic. They were really good. That was the
I had blueberry Red Bull. I had root beer whiskey.
That's right.
I had
the root beer whiskey.
Bud Light.
That's right. We had the coquito.
And we had coquito.
So good.
That's 4. And I didn't even have one of your what do you call them?
The ales?
The
ciders?
Ciders.
They were really good. That was Steve Greek and Amy with a Y, man. They brought the whole care package. And I just talked to Laney just a couple of days ago, and we're going to be crashing their kitchen here in December, and it's going to be a coquito challenge. So we're going to have the coquito off.
Between who?
We'll get into that on the Patreon show on Wednesday.
Involved?
That's right. Last Tuesday, my man, the great Commodore, did some hot yoga. Fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I stayed late and delved deep, two hands deep into the IT room, which was fantastic. Oh, man, I was in there today, bro, just throwing wires and Cat 5 cables and switches and program modules and battery backups everywhere. If you walk past the door, you just see stuff flying all out of the place. It was crazy, man. What's up, Dana Rickard? Good to see you. Thanks for chatting with me the other day, man. It was really cool to sit down and talk with you for a little bit. So Tuesday was pretty cool. Hot yoga, scale of 1 to 10.
Tuesday's a good night.
You like Clyde?
Clyde's a good dude, man.
Good dude. Working hard.
He does. I like his class.
Yeah.
I like sweating my ass off. I like getting a little stretch in with a little workout.
That's good.
And then maybe a beer or two.
Yeah. On top of your other workouts that you normally do during the week, because you have workouts you do here as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Staying active.
Oh yeah.
Getting buff.
I'm kind of fascinated.
That's right, Dennis Cutter.
Kind of fascinated with just what the body can do.
Yes. Same. I think about that all the time, man.
I'm kind of fascinated.
That's
by
why I've
that.
always been fascinated by gymnastics and strippers.
Yeah,
just absolutely incredible, man.
Dude,
like, the muscles and
great.
the control that they have, like exotic dancers. I don't know the right word to use anymore, but they're
I think
absolutely
to make your
fascinating.
point, exotic dancers would
so muscular,
point.
man, so muscular. Like it's incredible to watch that. What's up, Jennifer? Great to see you. Hi, you all. Well, hello, Jennifer.
Pole dancers.
So pole dancers, yeah, exotic dancers.
They have fantastic legs.
Yeah, and dude, to walk in those shoes, man, you have to have an amazing amount of control. A lot of balance. Like, it's not an easy job. Trust me, I've tried it. I had to pay my way through college somewhere. Don't ask me any questions, ladies and gentlemen. What? But it was really cool last Tuesday. My man, the Commodore, did some hot yoga. I delved deep into an IT room. That's right, just throwing stuff all over the place. Wednesday, we had a surprise show at Castledor Studios. Surprise for us. That's right. Usually we do it the last Wednesday of the month, but we're coming up to Turkey Day on Thursday, and they're traveling, so we were supposed to do it last Wednesday, which
some scheduling
both
confusion.
of us totally forgot about that until
we just
Thankfully, Zach Cabral reached out to us. Was like, "Hey, man, you guys on the way to the studio?" Yes. Of course we
absolutely.
are. That's crazy.
Why would it not be?
Actually, yeah, we're on the way right now. We'll see you shortly. But they were ready to rock and roll, man. Shelby GT was there. Dr. Alyssa Rose.
Great shots.
Oh, man.
She got
Zach Cabral.
I like dude. Go watch.
Go
the
watch
Wednesday
the
show
from last Wednesday.
and let me know what you think about the moving
Papa
camera.
Floyd's there. Oh man, so
like
cool.
It's awesome to have the different perspectives of cameras, but then when you have one moving around you,
and Shelby was all over it, man. Fantastic. And let me tell you, that was a 4K camera. I was introduced to my first 8K laptop.
Yes.
Which was freaking incredible.
He was very
Toledo. People are like, 1080p, why would you ever need anything finer than that? And then 4K came out, and people are like, 4K, why would you need anything greater than that? Now we're at 8K. Trust me, next to 16, let's just follow the pattern here, ladies and gentlemen.
There's real live lizards in the computer.
Holy Toledo. Holy Tedesco.
Yes.
So it was awesome at Castledor Studios.
And
we had a great time.
Two-speaker thing on the laptop.
On the laptop.
On a laptop. Surround sound on the
laptop.
Surround
sound on a little laptop.
In the laptop.
It was incredible.
Sound behind you.
Yeah.
Speakers in front of you.
It was absolutely amazing how they're able to do that, and everything for those of you that are tech nerds out there, everything is proprietary to Apple, even the microchips, the chips, the processors, the board, everything. They didn't use Intel, they didn't use AMD, they didn't use anybody else. Everything that is in this new laptop that they have was created and manufactured and prioritized proprietary Apple hardware, which is super freaking cool, man. Zach was really excited. It was a beautiful, beautiful laptop.
I almost don't know what you just said.
What's up, Jennifer? Good. Can't wait to hear what you're going to play on that guitar, right? That's what I'm talking about. What are the scales of Holy, Toledo, then Tedesco? That's right. Toledo's here. Tedesco is like here.
Holy Tedesco!
Yeah. Holy Toledo. Holy Tedesco! Yeah. Tedesco's like 2.5 Toledos.
It's represented by the emphasis.
Yeah.
When speaking.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Holy Toledo.
Holy Toledo.
Holy Tedesco.
Boom, baby. That's right. You're hitting that red line. You're dropping into that third gear when you're in fifth and really making it happen, man.
Dude,
pumping it up.
You're going to break the chair.
Toledo, Tedesco. That's right. And then die for.
You can't say it. That's with the same emphasis. No, Billy, you gotta step in.
Toledo. Tedesco.
There he is.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. Last Thursday was a prep for Friday show. Friday show was super cool. It was here. It was nice and easy grooving. We had the s'mores, and then we had the s'morios with the hot chocolate with the big marshmallow, and then the chocolate shavings on top. But the s'mores was not just made with regular Hershey. It was made with the chocolate and caramel Ghirardelli chocolate, which was freaking incredible. With the toasted marshmallow, the graham cracker, and then the s'morio, which is you take an Oreo apart. You take a marshmallow and you put it there. You melt another Lindor coffee chocolate caramel thing on the marshmallow. Then you put the top of the Oreo back on. Listen. Yes, maybe diabetes, but whatever. It was fantastic. I
mean, I'm not going to eat 12 of them.
I mean, if there are 12, they're made to be eaten. I will say this.
Somebody's got to eat them.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest with everybody. So the next day, I'm going about my tasking. I'm cleaning up the kitchen. I open the microwave. There's a plate in the microwave with 2 s'morios and a s'mores from the night before. They were delicious.
That's standard host, like setting
they saved it for me. They saved it for me.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. Plus, it's
Very
in the
nice.
microwave, which is like airtight. It's fine. Nothing's going to get in there.
Yeah,
You're
no bacteria.
No bacteria is going to get in
there.
there. You're going to be fine. Plus, it's got so much sugar. The bacteria also passed out from the sugar content, so it couldn't even adhere.
Yeah, it tried
to the s'morio or the s'mores. It just didn't even work. I ate all 3 of those.
You know what? I don't even want to be in this microwave
anymore. It was fantastic.
Anymore.
I realized that the s'mores was very messy to eat because it was crumbly and everything. So I decided with the s'morio, one bite. That was it. Just all the entire thing, and it was fantastic. It was really, really good.
That was a big marshmallow, dude.
It was worth it. It was either it's going to be amazing or I'm going to choke and die. Either way, worth it.
And you did it while you were home alone.
I'm here.
I could die. Nobody will ever know. It's fine.
So it was really good, man. This Saturday and Sunday was nice, and I tasked again. I was at the house. It was really nice. Got a lot done. My man John Haverson, a fantastic electrician, came over for Friday show, which was super chill. We had Jack O'Connor in the house.
I
we
love
had
his last
Jess
name.
Here.
Havisham.
John Haverson.
I feel like he's a butler or something.
Yeah, he's a super cool dude, man. Really, and just a brilliant guy. We had It's Jess. We had Jack O'Connor here. We had the great John Haverson here. Myself, the great Commodore in here. We had the Magic Foot making it all happen, man. Creating sticky, sweet, and delicious things. Which was super cool, man.
I love the big shows. I love the huge stages. I love the big speakers. I love tons of people and lots of. But
all that stuff.
Then there's just chill nights.
Yeah.
It's just intimate.
Yeah.
Intimate.
I saw John
just
today. I said, John, it was really cool that you came 2 Fridays ago to see a crazy show. I mean, that was just nuts. We had 3 cameras. We had 20 people here, 25 people just running around getting nuts.
Yeah.
The very next Friday was super chill because we got a big night coming up this Friday, and next Friday we got a big night as well. So so John got to see back to back just a crazy red line night and a super chill relaxing night. Plus we had the KK corner. Is the background. Great job. It's Jess. It was fantastic. What a brilliant idea. Spun the couch, sat it down. I thought the background worked out really well.
Not a lot of people get to see that.
Yeah, not a lot of people do. Remember the Glassboro house, every time we had a Friday night show, we'd have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people there. But then COVID happened and nobody could really do it, and that was right after we moved into the house. So it was kind of like a lockdown. So we've had a couple bigger nights here before, but at Glassboro, was every time we had a show there, it was pretty big.
We should plan a show on a Friday night here at the house in the studio. Also that.
I like that idea.
Once a month at the house. What do you guys think about that? Where I'm going with this one, we should schedule one with the purpose of having as many people here as possible.
I like that a lot.
Just all out.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Like, we really like being here for Friday nights. Plus, we can do a full feature for a cook or a chef that's here. We have multiple cameras. We have a bunch of different angles. We have the microphone set up. Like, it's a fully immersive experience. So, and not just instead, but in when we go to somebody's house, we usually have one camera. We're working on being able to remotely add StreamYard multiple cameras when we go out. But here, we have the studio, we have the table, we have the big screens, we have the lights, we have the big screen in there, we have the Bose system, we have 3 cameras set up. So it's really, really cool to do a full feature. So if we could do that once a month, that would be super awesome. And just have one big show a month here. And really, really lean in it and just pack the place, and just...
Bring your own drinks.
That's right.
Everybody bring a bottle.
That's right. BYOB. Bring your own bottle. I love whatever it is.
Bring your own bottle.
Yeah, it could be root beer, could be vodka.
It
doesn't matter. Or rum. Yeah.
Okay. Anything.
Bottles or cans.
I don't really care.
Clap your hands.
There's going to be so many people. I'm just going to, I don't know. I don't care.
Clap your hands.
Clap my hands.
That's right, man. So Saturday and Sunday, what'd you have going on Saturday and Sunday, my man?
I don't remember.
Fantastic. You introduced yourself to a new board game? It was a brand new board game you got introduced to?
It was numbers based.
You like numbers?
Really thrilled me.
Jennifer Looters, don't even get us started on moonshine. I see what you're doing there, and I like it.
Oh my goodness.
I like it.
It's
It's
dangerous.
dangerous. She says anything peanut butter is nummy. Then she mentioned moonshine. I've never had peanut butter moonshine, but I'd try it.
I would too.
I've had apple pie moonshine.
I've had peanut butter whiskey.
I've had butterscotch moonshine. Peanut butter whiskey. Ooh,
I've
that sounds good
whiskey.
too.
There's
we
a peanut butter
have
and
root
jelly
beer
shot.
whiskey here. Ooh, I would try that too.
It's quite delightful.
That would be fantastic.
It is.
Have you ever put peanut butter on a s'mores? Yeah, and it's actually incredible. And if you haven't done that, why have you not done that? And I want to know all about it, and so does Glendale. We all want to know about it. That's right. Y'all leave Jay's whiskey alone. Listen, I got my own whiskey, sir. I was given root beer whiskey by the great Steve Grieg. That was me. I'm excited about that too, and Red Bulls. The Red Bulls clearly are gone, but I'm not a huge drinker, so I still have the whiskey because I like to hold gifts that people give me, and I don't want to consume them all because yay. Plus, whiskey doesn't really go bad as long as the top's on top, so it's fine.
You're fine.
Rocking and rolling, baby.
I just wanted the Bud Lights.
Yeah.
Maybe a Red Bull or two.
And I got to tell you, man, that root beer whiskey, delicious and dangerous. That's right. We did that in some of the Coquito. We did Coquito with the root beer whiskey.
That was a little overkill.
That was fantastic.
Do you not want to sip on something? You just want to have 2 sips of something and be done drinking for the night? You don't need anything else.
That'll do it right there.
It's delicious, but don't you dare.
That'll do it right there. That's true. That's true. Get chocolate peanut butter. Agreed, Matthew Pfeiffer. Chocolate, peanut butter, and Nutella. We'll do all the things. We did chocolate caramel. Whatever you want to do, we do it all. It's fantastic.
Yeah, whatever. Bring some flavors.
The s'mores was awesome. Yeah, normally it's like classically it's your graham cracker with your Hershey bar, or your Hershey chunks or your Hershey chocolate with the marshmallow. Melt the marshmallow. That melts the chocolate. The graham cracker keeps it all together. But now with the Magic Foot Mullins, he steps it up.
You're like, let's try something.
Yeah.
I've never tried before.
Yeah.
Something just a little bit different.
That's right, man. And I gotta say, the Ghirardelli chocolate with the caramel in the middle. So when you cracked into the chocolate, the caramel was just like so good. And then the s'moreo, that was its jest. That was a fantastic idea. Coming up with a s'moreo was just absolutely fantastic, man. I love that. That was really great. It was really, really good. I would eat 12 of those. If there were 12 of them, I would eat them all.
Did we go from Saturday back to Friday? You just want to keep talking about
so
s'mores.
Good. It was so good.
S'mores.
Yeah.
Tell me some more about
delicious.
s'mores.
I think I was reading comments.
Tell me s'mores.
S'mores. Tell me some more about s'mores. So what was the name of your game?
Saturday, I hung out with Mom. Mom was in town.
The Mamador. That's right, the Mamador. And we got family weekends
my sister.
Nice.
And we played
Aaron or Heather or both.
Aaron.
Okay.
And we played games.
Ooh.
Well, we played one game.
Would you like to play a game?
It was called I don't remember.
You don't.
But I liked
Catamaran. No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope. That's a boat.
That's Catan. But that's not the one you played.
No.
You played another one. Phase 10.
One. No.
It wasn't that either.
It wasn't that either.
It was a number. Was there a number in it? I'm excited.
Sooner or later.
I'm excited. So yeah, man.
Anyway,
it was.
So that was Saturday.
We had a cool weekend, man. It was good. Sunday was chill, nice and easy and grooving and all that good stuff, man. Got to spend a lot of time with the pups. You know, I got to hang out just at the house. Very peaceful. Very peaceful. I had some good food. I had some great Thai on Sunday. Some fantastic Thai. Or Saturday. No, that was Saturday.
Oh, good. You ate the Thai food when I wasn't here.
Oh man, it was so good, bro. Duck, so incredible. That was really, really good, man. We had a very good lunch, super tasty, very, very treatsy, if you will. You need to check out the game Farkle. So much fun. Marshmallows with chocolate in the center for s'mores are the bomb. That's what I'm talking about, Mary Ann Kurt. How do you guys make your s'mores? I'm interested. How do you guys put together your s'mores? Because we've seen like 4 or 5 different ways that people have recommending putting a s'more together. Marshmallow peanut butter toast is the best. Peanut butter toast. Oh. Marshmallows with chocolate. Oh, I'm saying. I'm down for all of that. We could have a s'mores night where we just make multiple different types of s'mores. And more of those over and over again. We have a fire pit outside with all the wood that I keep buying from Publix because they have it. I'm just saying, I go there. They have 3 things that I always get. Buy one, get one. Wine, ice cream, and wood. I always buy those things. I'm like, oh, look at that. But the some more, the merrier. Get out of here. That is awesome.
I like the fire idea though.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. That'd be great.
S'mores or not, I want to light something on fire.
Burn some stuff. We're gonna burn some stuff.
Yeah.
Safely, absolutely. With the baby marshmallows, Jennifer Looters, what you can do is you can get the baby Oreos. You crack the baby Oreos, open those up, put the baby marshmallow inside the baby Oreo, and do a little chocolate caramel peanut butter on top of that. Put the baby Oreo back together. Now you can eat 24 of those. I would say there's 3. Remember the tiny Oreos, like the little tiny ones? There's probably 3 of those in a regular Oreo. So 3 times 12. Oh yeah, that's what is that? 36 tiny little baby Oreo s'mores.
I'm
gonna eat it all. So we got a song to play. Then we're gonna be chatting with Sarah Shoulak. We have a fantastic week coming up, guys. Our Patreon show is on Wednesday. Join us at 7:05. We got a brand new song that we've been working on. The great Commodore and I were playing it yesterday. His harmonies and guitar parts are sounding absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited. So we're really excited to be able to introduce this new song. We'll probably do it maybe in December, maybe at the beginning of the year. I don't know. Who knows?
December 3rd.
December 3rd. That's right. Or I think we're gonna be at Tally Lockhart's on December 3rd. That's gonna be a good one. Callie Harrison will be there. It means we have to play her favorite song, the Pop-Tart song, and the Magic Foot is gonna be there. It's gonna be a good night. December 3rd is gonna be a good night. So we're super excited. Couple weeks. This Friday is gonna be the post-Thanksgiving show where we feature the most incredible leftovers that you can make with Thanksgiving foods. It's going to be really, really good.
Right.
That's this Friday. The Mad Scientist is going to be in tow as well with the great Tara Duncutta.
It's one of my favorite things to do is you take all the elements of the meal.
Yes.
And you combine them all into one bite.
And then put it in your mouth. Fantastic.
It's the best.
It is the best.
I remember the last time we did this.
That's true. Oh, man. Last year we did all the Cornish hens. We did the individual. Oh, man, so good. We're probably going to do something similar this year, so it's really good. Mama Floyd went Thanksgiving leftover shopping today. She went shopping for new things that will be leftovers. So interesting. It's like, wow, wait a minute. If you make them so they are leftovers, are they leftovers or are they...
If she eats some the night she makes
just a little bit.
and then leaves the rest.
The rest. It's all leftovers. Okay, that works. That fits the formula. Technically. We're all about technicalities.
By definition.
Yeah, we're buying definitions.
They are leftovers.
Yeah, they're leftovers. Absolutely. She just has to.
Mama Floyd, you gotta
she
try
knows what's up.
All right. She
knows what's up. Jennifer Looters, y'all making me want a s'mores turkey. I would eat a s'mores turkey. I don't know what that means, but I'll eat it.
I kind of want to shove a Lindor chocolate inside of a turkey.
Dude, there's some Lindor chocolate still here, man, right in the pantry. I'm just saying. Whoa, the turducken, but with s'mores chocolate in the middle. What? I don't know if that sounds appetizing, but I'd try it anyway. Why not? I don't think so, Dana Ricker. We don't cross lines. Yeah, we do. However, let me hit this button real quick. Oh, there you go. You should be good to go, sir. Bingo, bongo. Let's see what we've got. So we got one song to jam for you guys. I know we're moving through it quickly, but we don't want to take too much of the attention. We owe everybody a wrap up. We owe a lot of thank yous to everybody, to all of our sponsors, all of our Patreon patrons, our incredible cooks for Friday night. A huge thank you to them, to Castledor Studio. Thank you for hosting us this past Wednesday, and thank you guys for being a part of the show. You're the best part of Verizon, our customers. But you guys really are freaking sweet. Our people.
Our community.
That's right, man. So we got a song we're going to jam for you guys. This is called Elevate, baby. You can find this on the debut album at KitchenKillaz.com. I hope you guys are having a really good night. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. And I'm going to give it to the great Commodore. He's going to...
Give me some more.
You want to do that one?
No.
You want to do that one?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, that's good.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
You see what I'm talking
about?
That's
groovy right there. That's groovy. Here we go. And stick around, because in 3 minutes and 14 seconds, we're going to be chatting with Sarah Shoulak, the incredible, the amazing, the infamous Kaluos. Driving through this autumn mist, I spin, I twist these words in time for you. Come as my denominator, elevated thoughts surrounding you. As parallels don't drift or settle, mind me as I kind of fall for you. With these bending lines and diamond backs reflecting bright white light right by through you. With candy lips so bursting prep, but don't you pull that kiss from me too. I won't interject, but I digress as that red dress falls fast from nose to thread to wood. There goes your good right out that door with would, could, should, and might. In this moment, let's jump on it, fingertips to lips as hips turn light tonight. As candles turn and moments burn, this hesitation in my soul for you. This wall crashes down here where this crown and drown your frown way down from truth to truth. With candy lips so bursting prep, but don't you pull that kiss from me too. I won't interject, but I digress as that red dress falls fast from nose to that afterglow will fall in close some way. Let's beam dog star straight down to you. To you. Oh, whoa. Let's take a minute. Let's lay down all these fears that pin us to these scars and tears. With candy lips so bursting prep, but don't you pull that kiss from me too. I won't interject, but I digress as that red dress falls fast from nose to that afterglow will fall and close some way. Let's beam dog star straight down to. Oh, don't tell a soul, the less they know, the better it will be for me and for me and you, for me and you, for me and you, for me and you. Yes, well done, sir. Sounded good, baby. Sounded good, baby. Good to see everybody tonight. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with us. We most certainly appreciate all the jiggity jams, hanging out with us. We got a lot of really incredibly creative people in here tonight. We have Glendale in here. Thank you very much. We have Dana Ricker. We have the Mad Scientist. We have Mary Ann. We have so many people in here just making it happen, baby. We're really, really appreciative of all of you joining us in the feed tonight.
Yes.
And aside from all of these other amazing and incredibly creative people, let's chat with Sarah. You guys ready to rock and roll?
We have one in particular that's going to show her lovely face.
That's right. That's right. So let's go ahead and do this real quick because it's going to be funny. Let me hit this button real fast. There we go. Let's go ahead and bring her in real fast. Sarah Shoulak, there she is. She knows to wait for the applause. You wait for the applause to calm down. Just enjoy it. Soak it in.
Yeah.
Just soak it in. It's like when you tell a good joke. When you finish a good song, you wait until the applause
appreciate
until the applause calms down. That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
So thank you guys so much for joining us. Sarah, hello, love. How are you?
Hi.
I'm great. Big fan. Long-time listener, first-time guest.
Get out of here, first-time guest. Goodness gracious. Sarah, first of all, above all things, your hair looks fantastic. Absolutely incredible.
It's doing some things.
I love it. I love it. Do you like it? You seem like you're not 100% sure.
It grows like this. It's
natural.
I want to shave it off really bad,
and
I want the mohawk back.
You normally have shorter hair, so
yes, I took this out of a ponytail, and it looks like this, and people hate me because I said that, but it's very true.
I love it. I think it looks fantastic. It's just natural. You just have, you have very, very, very fantastic long hair, Sarah. I like it a lot.
Don't even try.
It's just naturally gorgeous.
I still have an undercut, so it's still only a third of what I could have.
That's awesome. Thick. That means you probably have really, really thick hair.
It's like a husky. It's like an undercut.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know there's a lot to talk about, a lot of moving and shaking over with Sarah Shoulak in the ArtHaus. A lot going on with KitchenKillaz. A lot. Some really big stuff, Sarah. So before we get into to what we're really here to talk about, how have you been? How's ArtHaus? How has your 2021 been? Because we're coming to the end of it, and we're nearing down, we're winding down. It's the last quarter. We're a month and a half away from saying hasta la vista, baby, to 2021. Thank you very much for all the great things that you've done for me. Looking forward to 2022.
It kind of flew by.
Yeah, it did. How was your 2021? How'd everything go? How you feeling about it?
It was a whirlwind. I think that I probably don't speak for just myself when I say that it was probably filled with some good and bad things. We definitely had our peaks and valleys throughout the year where we all celebrated together and we cried together. And I think that it's those moments that we're appreciating more now that we get to be back together. And so personally reflecting on this last year, 2021 was my leap of faith. If you guys recall, in the saga that is KitchenKillaz, I had a 9-to-5 downtown digital marketing agency gig, and I left it. They restructured, and I said, "Not for me, sir. I'm going to take a chance on me." And I did. I jumped out in the middle of a pandemic with no parachute, and I said, "I'm scaling up my self-employment." I refused to say that I was unemployed. I only used like 3 months of unemployment, and then I said, "That's too confusing to not lie about, so we're just going to do it the real way, and we're going to make money, and we're going to make it work." And I didn't lose my house. ArtHaus is still thriving and being used, and it's only getting better from here. To sneak about to preview what we're about to talk about.
Yeah, and I would say it was probably around August. It was like August, September that we got to crash ArtHaus and go over there and kind of do a little bit of a feature from each individual room that you had. Each of the individual creative spaces that we had.
So before we go any further into our chat, tell for those of them listening that don't know you at all. Tell them a little bit about KitchenKillaz and then how ArtHaus happened.
So many things.
And then we'll move on from there. How's that sound?
Absolutely. It is a saga, and it was kind of a joke, but thank you, Commodore, for calling that out, because I'm actually not even from Florida. I am a transient wanderer who has kind of started in the Midwest and made a loop around the South Side. I have two degrees. One's a graduate degree. I was a college professor. I lived in Miami, and I moved up to Orlando to be an office manager. And then I would toggle back and forth between agency work and teaching. And so I've always had 9-to-5s and day jobs and regular professional stuff, but my heart was always in the arts. So Killuos is the pseudonym that I came up with. It's my last name spelled backwards for all you spoilers or people who never realized that. So Killuos was my art name. It was my alias that allowed me. I joked that it was the opposite of what my family wanted me to do, so I made my last name backwards. But I started doing art under this name so that my students wouldn't find me. That was really the reason I needed an alias, is that I do body painting, so you have nipples, and sometimes they're my nipples, and it's a whole thing. So, you got to have a filter. So
sometimes we have nipples, sometimes they're my nipples. I'm just saying.
But I had to create this other person in this other world, and then I had some roommates who caused a lot. I use the term roommates incredibly loosely, and they caused a lot of damage in my house. And I wanted to use the house for something better than Airbnb or having a roommate or managing it or being a landlord. And so I've been renovating all of these rooms over the last probably 2.5 to 3 years. I've been renovating these rooms. I've been improving this house. It was built in the late 50s. So it's a really great pillar. It was actually original military housing when the Orlando airport was a military base. So it's really cool. So
some cool history there.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And that's a segue into what we're talking about too, because I'm a bit of a nerd.
That's now ArtHaus you had conceived that for a while. You came up with it, and how long have the doors been open at ArtHaus for all of the creative means? It's spaces for creative minds.
Yeah, and so the idea of it is that if you wanted to rent a space, I mean, when we meet up with people to do collaborations and stuff, we meet at coffee shops. But if you want to collaborate with someone and like talk about commissioning a dog painting, you might not want to do that in the middle of a Starbucks and have people like overhearing, like, what are you, I don't know, whatever you're doing. So bring your creative commissions or conversations to ArtHaus, or there's a whole commercial. Oh my gosh, you can just, that's better than my word vomit.
So this right here, I figured it would be pretty cool. While you can kind of like walk us through like what's going on, and, like what we're watching.
So in a lot of these spaces, there's murals that we created, and the murals have been there. I've actually owned the house for 6 years, but it's been renovated for the last 3. And Billy, to your question, probably open for 1.5 to 2, at least a year and a half solidly for this last year. And it's not busy, it's not banging every day, but the fact that these spaces exist, when people walk in, they get inspired, and that's my favorite part about it. Is that people, you can see there's these different types of passes and ways people can interact with it. There's a lot of events that come here. Actually, not to preview too much, but the Curry Ford West board actually meets here on a monthly basis. They hold their subcommittees elsewhere because it's a larger group of people, but their board meets here in that Tesla tea room that you just saw. And it's also a great place for photo shoots. I guess from board to boudoir, it has everything that you need.
That's awesome. I love that. From board to boudoir, it has everything in ArtHaus, spaces for creative minds. And follow her on Instagram, ArtHaus615. Super cool. Thanks for walking. We've never had that narrated before. That worked out really well. You've done this before, Sarah, and I love it. That was fantastic. That was super.
You can't make this stuff up. No, I'm here till Thursday.
So ArtHaus has been going really well, staying busy, and through that, like you said, you guys have your monthly Curry Ford West meetings at ArtHaus. And you've been you've been working with them for a little bit. You've been a bit of a creative influence with Curry Ford West as well. Now, what is Curry Ford West for those that may not know what Curry Ford West is? What is Curry Ford West?
Absolutely. Well, besides a really weird name that everybody struggles to rally behind, it is a little district, and you probably know the other big names in Orlando, the heavy hitters like the Milk District and Sodo and Ivanhoe Village and College Park and Mills 50 and all those big names. Well, we are right there with them. And Curry Ford West is that little neighborhood that's kind of like Conway and Curry Ford, right by where ArtHaus is. And that's how I first got involved with them, is that when ArtHaus created its own Instagram, I started following local businesses because I put on my little business cap and I said, I'm no longer Killuos, the person, I am ArtHaus, the business. So I started interacting with other businesses like Kelly's Ice Cream and the Milk District, like people that I knew, Pizza Bruno, notable names that I just saw had a really big social presence. So I started following their social accounts and then started hearing about Curry Ford West and these little murmurings. If you guys know, I did that barbershop mural with the splatter paint.
Absolutely.
And that guy was telling me that he wanted me to do a mural on his wall. And he's like, oh, never mind, Curryford West is going to do it. So then my ears are perking up and burning because I'm like, oh, what is this organization? It's in my neighborhood. It's doing creative projects, or it wants to. And I needed to get involved. So I reached out to them on their Instagram. I ended up meeting their executive director named Danielle Clark. She's a fantastic little spitfire of a woman. She's got a Southern accent. She's like 3.5 feet tall. I love her. She is just, she's full of energy and ideas in life. And I have learned so much from her in the time that I've met her. And she just looked at me and said, we got to get you involved somehow. And so that is, that's kind of where it started. I don't know how many questions you've got, so I'll leave the teaser there.
No, that's awesome, and I think to kind of take it back a little bit, you said you put your very little cute business hat on, and you started operating as ArtHaus, operating as that business, like the moniker of I'm also a community business. I'm a local business. I'm here. Not only is it my home, but it is a creative space. And you started reaching out to other people that not only, and this is for anybody out there that is maybe looking to do something similar. The questions that we get a lot is, how do you engage in your community? How do you go about networking? Who do you choose to reach out to? And I think with everybody, the answer may be a little different for each individual person. But ultimately, I think we're looking for people that are also creative in your local community, that have some of the same ideals and believe in their community. They want to grow their community, that they're able and willing to work with new people, to reach out, to expand their territories, to reach out and kind of create new healthy relationships, to grow the local community. And I think one of the big things is when a bunch of little businesses get together in a local community, they create a big footprint. A really big footprint that you wouldn't be able to do if you just operated as an independent local tiny business. But when you get everybody together, like for example, working with Curryford West, working with Kelly's Ice Cream, working with these other local businesses, then they're hot spots. I mean, everybody knows these places, and more people are going to get to know them. If you don't know them now, you will know them soon.
People get married and get that Kelly's Ice Cream pink catering truck at their weddings.
That's awesome.
I'm they become fan favorites.
Yeah, that's so elemental too. Like it's just such an iconic symbol. And they're like, man, I want this one at the wedding. Like, this is so cool. And if you guys haven't had Kelly's Ice Cream, if you're in the Orlando area, you got to try it, man. It's absolutely fantastic. Like, their ingredients are second to none. They're extremely fresh. They locally source a lot of their stuff, and it's just the quality is second to none. So and I like that. Sarah's like, who's around here? Who is around here? Let's shake hands and kiss babies and all that good stuff. And now you started working with Curryford West a little bit ago, and you were, kind of hobnobbing with the creatives and with the influencers and stuff like that. You started to not only get ArtHaus known, but you as an independent person as Sarah Shoulak. You started getting that name out there as well, because you went by Kaluos for such a long time. Even I knew of Kaluos for a year and a half before I met Sarah Shoulak. And then to see Shoulak backwards Kaluos, I was like, that's so creative. Because I was like, how did she come up with that? It's fantastic.
And then to hear that you're doing the opposite of what your parents wanted you to do. That's why it's flipped. That just seals it for me.
It's very tongue in cheek.
Yeah. So for there's Kaluos, which is incredible. And if you guys are wondering who that is, find Kaluos on Instagram and look at some of her artwork. It's absolutely incredible. She had done cosplay for a while, some fantastic body art as well, like some incredible stuff. To even find the words to explain how amazing it is, you just have to see it for yourself to truly understand and the grand creativity that goes behind
just
some of
imagine like a Viking feast, but of art. It's just
of art. That's right. And then she started moving and shaking, came up with ArtHaus. ArtHaus is, like you said, been going for a year and a half, still staying super successful, offering an amazing creative space for creative minds of any type. I saw something that she put out, I don't know if you saw this, something she put out about a week ago, is if you're looking for a fun place to go and wrap your holiday presents, you can go to ArtHaus. You can go there, and there's rooms, and there's spaces, and there's music, and there's ambiance, and there's environment.
Popping in and
you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about somebody popping into the bedroom. You don't have to have your whole bedroom covered with 6-foot tables and wrapping paper and stuff like that. You can go to ArtHaus
bedroom,
and she has a space ready for you guys to step in and have privacy and a really healthy, creative environment to where you can safely and you can enjoy the entire experience without the worry of, like you said, the kids walking into the room, or your wife or husband walking into the room, or your friends or cousins walking into the room. No big
deal. Or the cats eating the paper and the tape and the strings.
Or the cats, yeah, exactly. And then going crazy. So and I like how you're always like, what can I do? How can I interact? What's next? How can I offer a service in a way that people genuinely have not thought of that type of service? And that was so creative. Like, come here and wrap your holiday gifts. If you need some space to wrap your Christmas gifts, come on to ArtHaus. We'll make
I have to claim the credit because that was Mikey to Life, I think, who made that post and added that.
So good, dude.
But he definitely shared the ArtHaus post and added that. But I can't claim really credit for the idea. But I totally condone it, and you're welcome to do it.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, actually, why not?
Seconded.
We'll make it happen. And that's another thing, is to be open-minded to new ideas. Where somebody says, hey, what do you think about this? Actually, that's not
that happens idea. Actually on every tour. Every time I give someone a tour, it depends on what, like I said, they walk in the house and they get inspired, and it depends on what speaks to them. Because I've had people walk in and say, I teach guitar, and teaching guitar lessons here would be so much easier than having a kid come to my house or try and go to someone's house and hope that it's, I can control this environment. I can rent this room and have it set up by the time the person arrives. And, you could think, if you think about music lessons, you could think about language lessons and having a space where you feel vulnerable to learn a new language even, and those types of tutoring moments. I didn't market ArtHaus for that purpose, but anything like that is welcome. So that's why it's for creative minds, because if you come to me with that idea, let's make it happen.
Yeah, it doesn't have to specifically be painting or typing or streaming. It could really be any type of creativity, whatever it is. And I really like what you said. Like, it gives you a space to remove the anxiety. You don't have to worry about being nervous about it. You don't have to worry about being in an environment that you're not necessarily comfortable with, or that you're bothering anybody, or that you're too loud for this person, or whatever. Like, it's very, very chill. For those of you that have been over to ArtHaus, the vibe and the energy that it carries. If you have never been there, and if you have the opportunity to check it out, the moment you walk in the door, you'll feel a very cool and calm, relaxing and welcoming ambiance that kind of like is very, very cool. It's very relaxing. It's very calming, and especially, Sarah, when you're there, you're just so influential, and you're so helpful, and you're so supportive. So it's like, even if it's something that Sarah may not specialize in, ladies and gentlemen, she's still going to be there to encourage you and support you, and try to do probably her best to answer any question that you have.
It's enabling.
She enables you, absolutely. We enable creative minds. I dig it, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. So with all that said, when you started kind of dabbling with Curry Ford West, now it's taken a little bit of a step. Actually, it's taken a really big step. So we talked briefly about it, because I don't want to delve too much into it. But we talked briefly about it. So I was like, you know what? Let me go to Curry Ford West's Instagram page. Let me see, what is this Curry Ford West all about? So I went there, and I was like, I know her. Wait a minute.
That looks like you.
Who is this lovely lady right here? Who is that? And this looks like a very business professional shot.
That's business.
Very business.
Do you know who took that photo? That was Matt Keller-Lehman. He took that photo. He's a great Orlando artist. He took that at ArtHaus. I needed some new headshots in this pandemic, and I said, I can't use the ones the company I quit from gave me.
And if you look at it, Small Business Saturday, November 27th, I like, again, promoting small businesses. The other one that you guys see far to the left, they actually replanted that palm tree from Sarah's original house when she was a child, and that's her great-great-grandmother right there in the yellow. None of this is real. And they brought that palm tree from the deep depths of South Florida, and they replanted it. The guy standing next to her, his name's Charlie. It's probably not. But he's talking about how his uncle was actually as tall as that palm tree. When he first met him, because he was like 5. So he was like, man, this palm tree reminds me of my uncle. And her great-great-grandmother was like, that's why we brought it up here. It's the great Uncle Palm Tree. It's a fantastic story, everybody. Fantastic story.
Totally legit. Absolutely checks out.
100%. Don't look it up. It's fine. Just believe us. It's no problem.
Enabling creative minds.
That's right. I like it. That's so funny. So why the business professional photo on the Curry Ford West Instagram? What's going on here, Sarah Shoulak? Tell us all about it. Can we click the photo? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes, let's click the photo. I'm going to read this. I don't know who wrote this. Is it okay if I read this?
Let her tell.
I'm so excited.
Please just read it.
We're here to talk to her. Let her talk.
I think Billy's radio reading voice of this would be magnificent, personally.
Oh, fantastic. Can I do it with this? Yes. All right. Sweet. Fantastic. All right. Let's do this. So this says, have you heard the exciting news? Click the link in our bio to learn more about our new executive director, Sarah Shoulak. Stand by.
That sounds fancy.
Executive director. Both of those words are really amazing. Like, I like both of those words are absolutely
I would have
fantastic.
taken either of them, and the combination plus the salary.
Well, all that again. So it's one of those things where you have to make sure that you do it appropriately, you know. And when you say it, you're like, have you heard the exciting news? Click the link in our bio to learn more about our new executive director. How freaking cool is that? That's right. New executive director, Sarah Shoulak, ladies and gentlemen.
She is.
We love it. She loves it. We love all the titles. We love all the names. And she sits in for the applause. It's absolutely fantastic. So what is an executive director? Tell us all about it.
I am really honored, and I have an echo. So I'm gonna try
stand by. Somebody hit the button. There you go.
Thank you. But what's cool that I mentioned before is that I met the previous executive director. The previous executive director is the person that I was interfacing with. So for the context of this announcement, there was an existing executive director, and that is my great grandma in the yellow. And she is fabulous. Her name is Danielle, and she's the one who brought me on. And who I said looked at me and said, we got to get you involved somehow. And she is that spitfire full of energy and ideas and just rearing to get things going. And she's the kind of person who can get stuff done. But the problem happened when she was working for a company. She was doing corporate events, and that's what her bread and butter is. What brings home the bacon for her is corporate events, like the people who do the big wrapping of the banners and the registration desks. Like they kind of make all the infrastructure for like MegaCon. Not that they have them as a vendor, but just to picture the stuff, the structures. They help brand those and deliver them and set them up. And they furloughed her, understandably, during the pandemic and all that stuff. And she wasn't working in the same rhythm. So that's when she took the job with Curry Ford West. She was kind of getting them into a good position. And then that job that was so great, that was her bread and butter, said, can you come back full time? We love you too much to only have you this much. And she's like, well, I can't have a full-time job here and feel good about having a full-time job here and knowing that I can't give them both full-time, but I'm taking full-time, you know, and she wrestled with this and what can I do? What can't I do? And you could see that it was tearing her apart in the most genuine way, because we didn't know when things were going to open back up. We didn't know when this stuff, and this is right when they brought me on as their creative director, because they said, you know, we can't give you, much, but we can bring you on in this capacity to get your ideas. And she thought maybe we could tag team the position. And they're like, you can't do that. And she goes, okay, plan B. What if you're the executive director? And I'm like,
we're going to make this happen.
And that's what we did. We made stuff happen. And as someone who was actively freelancing full time, and I had the time to let something scale up and be my main hustle, I gladly accepted the position, because as we've been talking about, I had a house, now I have a district, and everything
awesome.
That I've been trying to accomplish with ArtHaus is now on this grander scale, and it's not cheesy. You guys have come over to ArtHaus and you see that there's a plaque on the walk-in that says that it's a quote from Mr. Rogers that now on the spot I can't do verbatim, but essentially it says, you know, we become better neighbors by listening to one another, and we take care of each other, and we are neighbors. And I have prominently next to my ArtHaus cross stitch, the BLM cross stitch. And ArtHaus has always been a point of community, and everyone who is bringing healthy energy can bring healthy energy to it. And I think that that's what I'm bringing to Curry Ford West now in this role, is trying to navigate what that means. It's all happened within the last 2 weeks, this whole promotion and escalation and all that. You saw when the post came out.
Step, man. That's a big step from creative to executive. Like that's no joke, man. Like that's massive.
It is. And to go back a step, and again, I think you guys mentioned like you asked what Curry Ford West is, and I just told you about the other districts. But for people who are watching and tuning in who aren't from Orlando and don't know these notable neighborhoods and know what they do, the entire program nationally is called Main Street America. And the Main Street America program, the reason I was joking about the history of my house and the history of the things around our neighborhood, is that the Main Street America program is actually a subsidiary of the Historical Society. It was made in the 70s by the Historical Society to preserve main streets across America that were starting to be dilapidated or getting neglected. And so it was rejuvenating these places that were so pivotal when the cities were founded and kind of like bringing them back to life. So then each state has, so there's a Florida Main Street program that operates under the National Main Street program. And then within that, every time I smile, my earbuds fall out. So I got to be really serious here.
You're smiling a lot too, so I love it.
I know. That's why they keep popping like corn. But and I lost my train there. Where were we? I was just picturing ears of corn.
Districts, Main Street, trying to make sure.
So then Orlando. So then the Orlando Main Street districts. That's the third tier down. So you've got your national, you got your Florida, and then we're in the Orlando Main Street districts because there's Florida Main Streets up in Jacksonville and down in Miami, and we're not as closely knit with them as we are with the ones that I listed earlier, like the Milk District, Mills 50, College Park, those, the Gateway District, other people like that. There's a new one. West Lakes is our newest district in the Orlando program. But those are support networks that we have. So all of that anxiety that I'm feeling of being a new executive director, I know that I have all of those other executive directors that have been doing it in these other districts that I can say, how do you run this pub crawl? How do you do this? Who's your vendor for the t-shirts? What did you learn from doing this event? How do you outreach to residents? And I'm not alone in it. And I have my board and I have volunteers and I have people who have been active in the community already who I can learn from. And so I'm just trying to be a sponge and then delegate and make stuff happen.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that I'm most excited about is the kind of like the new influence of creativity that you're going to bring as an executive director, and how the other executive directors and the other board members will now also say, man, we have Sarah Shoulak, where we can reach out and we can say, Sarah, how did you come up with this idea? Like, how many people have had an art house? How many people have turned their own home into creative free spaces? Like, probably not a lot.
That's dedication to the arts.
Yeah,
right
you're bringing an amazing amount of experience and information. So it's really interesting, and you're right. You know, even though it is a big step, and even though it's a lot to manage, you're not alone. Like you said, you have a fantastic board to work with, and you're already familiar with them because you've been doing the monthly meetings at your house. You know, and the other executive directors from the other creative spaces as well. It's like, man, we can all bounce ideas off of each other. So if you ever do find yourself in a pinch, you're like, man, I can reach out to this person. I can reach out to this person and say, hey, how did you set this up? And who do you talk to? And how did you organize this? You know, I'm really excited just to see the overall growth of Curry Ford West, just in general. Like, flash forward a year from now. 2 years from now. Like, it's so great because I feel like with ArtHaus, you had a really awesome canvas that you were able to create, and now you have a ginormous canvas where you get to create.
And a lot more tools.
Oh,
and a lot more support.
A board.
Yes.
Like, we know what you can do.
Oh,
we haven't seen the scale of what you can do, but we know what you can do. We're super excited.
You guys, I did an interview today, and I don't even know, it's going to come out on Wednesday, and I just did an interview because I was just like answering emails and making stuff happen, and I'm like, if you can call at 3:30, I'm here. It's WMF what now? And, I don't know where it's going to be.
It's somewhere. But we'll find it.
Yeah. But can I tell you one quick story of how awesome this team is already? Because
tell us all the stories. It's you.
You pointed out the Small Business Saturday post, and you were saying, look at, we're doing this to highlight small businesses. And ironically, that is what the interview was about. And they were talking about it, from a small business perspective, how has stuff changed since pandemic and all that. But we were given a bunch of materials from Shop Small and American Express, the people who sponsor Small Business Saturday and really try and market it. And we had all these materials, all these bags, all this cool swag and stuff. And I totally forgot I was going out of town, and I'm down here in Fort Myers and I'm not up in Orlando. And I'm thinking to myself, it's okay. I come back Thursday night, Thanksgiving night. We've got, the house elf works for UCF and they got a Black Friday game. So we're coming back. But I'm in Fort Myers right now. And I'm like, how are we going to get them these packs before Small Business Saturday? Because it's not items that they need on Small Business Saturday. These are items that they need to promote leading up to it. And I'm down here. So I'm like, okay, team, engage. And I went and I made all the bags so that they were ready. And I put them by the door at ArtHaus. And I left a key in the box. And I left. And then I text people on my way. And I said, this is the situation. I need 2 to 3 volunteers on Monday to go get these out. But if they don't go out, it's not the end of the world. But if we can mobilize, the keys there, take the bags, these are the people who should get them. And they did it. They delivered all 10 bags to members of our community who would find value in these items. Without hesitation or question, we had them jumping in and saying, how can I do this? How can I help? I'm there for you. And that feeling that I don't have to do things by myself. And it's also a lesson for myself and all you other little perfectionists out there who think that what you need to do is do it yourself. The relief that's felt by delegating to someone that you trust and actually allowing yourself to trust the other person, and then them coming through and it all being great, that's how we build that community.
That reliability.
I've personally seen both sides of that professionally, like wanting to do everything myself because I know I can do it. I've been doing it for years. I'm really good at this.
That whole idea of if you want something done right, do it yourself.
But also having not only the power to delegate, but like the privilege and the people to delegate to and trust that they get it done, and then see it get done is very fulfilling. It's very empowering.
Yeah,
it makes you feel good.
I would imagine it encourages you. Say, man, as simple of a task as it was to go to the house, to open the door, to get the bags, to deliver them, knocked it out of the park. It's like, great. I know they can do this. I feel like I can rely on them, and that makes me feel good because now I don't have to be like, oh my God, I have to do it. No, I can't go yet. I need to wait. I need to drop all this off. It's like, no, dude, you have a whole.
But I did set them up for success because I could have just had all of the materials out there and I said, okay, guys, it's all in there. Put it together and distribute them.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Yeah. And I said, you know what? It's going to be easier because I'll sort them and then I'll know how many we have so that all I need to tell them is there's 10 of them. Go give them to 10 members.
Make it as easy as possible.
Right, because I'm already going out on a limb on a Monday of a holiday week to ask for people randomly when I'm not there to do this. But that just shows, like in a quick example, how ready they are to say, I'm here to support it. And it's been that every step of the way with community members and businesses and getting to know people.
Man, it's like learning how to lean on a tool that you've never really used before, and then it works, and you're like, oh wow. Like
I
that
love
is
my team.
Like a hand mixer.
Really cool.
Oh my God, you guys.
Oh, everybody likes a good hand mixer. So this is it. Small Business Saturdays on November 27th. So it seems pretty clear, but what is Small Business Saturday? Like, is it for businesses to represent other businesses, represent themselves? Is it for the community? Is it when they all get together and kind of talk to each other? Or what is Small Business Saturday?
There are different ways that people celebrate Small Business Saturday or acknowledge it. Observe it, I guess maybe is a way to put it. But some people are having events. I think Thornton Park is having a wine walk where they're specifically calling out 12 stops, like the 12 days of Christmas. It's like the 12 wine stops of Thornton Park. I think they're the ones doing it. It's either them or Ivanhoe Village. It's been a lot of names blowing past me. But one of the local ones is doing a wine walk for it. But sometimes people just do the promotion, which is what we're focusing on this year because there's just been a lot of transitions. But next year, we might actually put together a small community event where we maybe do a pub crawl or maybe do something in conjunction with Small Business Saturday. But the concept is kind of self-explanatory. You're trying to get away from the big box stores like the Amazons, the Walmarts, the big conglomerates that would be valued. That would, be normally where you would shop. But when I did this interview with this station that I did, they were talking about the different ways to celebrate it and how we were showcasing people and what we could do about it. And I think that some of the messaging is confusing because you don't really know what it means. Like, are we meeting? Are you meeting? Is it up to the business to do? Is it up to the consumer to do? And one of the things that I told her as like a finishing remark is that one thing I hope shoppers realize when they're making the decision of, do I want to buy this on Amazon or do I want to wait a little longer and do it on Etsy and then just give my friend a card and say, this is coming because it's being commissioned and custom made for you. You do have to have a little bit of patience, but you would be amazed at the difference that you make from just doing something small for a small business. Like, if you buy something small from Walmart or Amazon, they don't notice it. You're a drop in the bucket. But if you buy anything from someone who makes things for a living, you would be surprised how much they absolutely love that. And it doesn't have to be a $500 commission. It's just the fact that you've done something that you've like reinforced to them that you can follow your dream and your passion because people out there are supporting you.
Yeah, I saw a post the other day, and it was very similar, and it said, you can go to Walmart and drop $100, and Walmart's like, cool, thanks for your $100. But if you give that to a local artist or a local creator, they're like, dude, you literally just helped me buy brand new materials so I can create more for everybody. Like, you changed my entire day. I can go get more materials. This enables me to create so much more. And it's like that $100 to Walmart, like you said, they're a $1 billion company. They don't know, they don't care. But you give that $100 to a local creator, or just a creator. It doesn't even have to be local. I mean, Etsy is all over the place, man. It's incredible. And if you guys don't know what Etsy is, you got to check it out, man. You can find some absolutely incredible things that are on Etsy. Some amazing things from the minds of creators of something that you can't find at a big box store. You can't find it on Amazon. You can't find it at Walmart. And like you said, to give somebody a little card that says, hey, it's on the way, it's being custom made for you, to be the recipient of that is almost better than opening up and getting a box with like a thing in it that came from Amazon or Walmart, especially if it's that intimate type of gift that you give to somebody that you truly care about, and they're really, really going to appreciate. Not only the fact is it made from a creator, but it's being custom made for you. It's being custom commissioned for you. When they say it's the thought that counts, hell yeah, and that's a hell of a thought right there.
Oh, yeah. It's always more special when it's something that's either custom or unique, or I picked this up, because it gives the recipient the feeling of, oh, I was somewhere and this struck me and it made me think of you. And I think that that's a cool concept too, because then you get to tell the story of, oh, I was in this unique shop in Curryford West and I didn't even know that they had it down here. And then I was like, oh, I have to give you this penguin cactus.
Yeah. Who doesn't like a penguin cactus? Everybody likes a penguin cactus, and you guys are pretty busy. Like, looking at one of the other posts on here, I wanted to bring it up because the very next weekend, you guys have this going on, which it was Saturday.
Do we? What do you have going on that day?
A good friend of ours reached out and said, hey, would you guys like to play a little bit of music on December 4th? Are you busy? And I said, we are now. Tell me the deets. Tell me what's going on. So what is Picture Perfect Holidays? Because we talked a little bit about it, but man, what a great idea.
This is phenomenal, and I'm really excited. You see that big yellow line right in the middle, that it was voted the outstanding special event in 2021. And when I say that, that does not mean that somebody just like gave us this little award. If you see at the bottom, it says from the Florida Main Street Secretary of State Awards. So there's this giant like Florida Main Street convention, and they give out all these awards, and Curryford West won this last year when they started this in 2020. So the concept for this event is it originated in 2020. So when everyone was really social distancing and not trying to do anything close to anybody whatsoever. So a bunch of furloughed and laid off workers from the creative industries, like the set designers for Disney and Universal, they all got together through an organization called the Slice Network, who helped us start this in 2020. And they created all these sets. So these are people who actually made the sets for Disney and Universal, and they're creating these sets with stories behind them. And there's a winter wonderland, there's a classic Christmas, there's a cosmic Christmas that's kind of like a space retro vibe. There's a bunch more. There's a Melikilikilaka Christmas. Unfortunately, I don't mean to laugh. I shouldn't laugh. But our Feliz Navidad got a little damaged in a bad storm. So I'm sorry for the optics, but there will be no Feliz Navidad this year. But next year, we have 5 new sketches and sets that are coming out. So it'll return with those bigger and stronger. But attached to the classic Christmas, we're going to have like a chalk art thing on the sidewalk, asphalt in front of it. There's photos with Santa, awesome. Christmas letters, hot cocoa vendor booths, and KitchenKillaz music at midway through.
You had me at hot cocoa, Sarah.
All right.
Man, that is awesome, and thank you so much for thinking of us. Like we we love to get involved in the community. We love little stuff like this, and which is actually big stuff. And what a great idea! Like Picture Perfect Holidays, like especially in the day of digital. In the day of digital, where like I remember sitting down with my parents when I was a kid, and them just writing out 20, 30, 40, 50 Christmas cards with the addresses and the envelopes, and they had a huge book that they went through, and they sent everybody Christmas cards. And then the day of a digital distribution, it's really interesting to offer just one of the many things that you can do. Go there, get a cool picture taken, get your Christmas, your holiday photos taken, and you're like, awesome, now you have this incredible, not only is it a memory for you, but it's something you can share with your friends, share with your family. And then people are like, wait, where is that at? You're like, oh, let me tell you. That's right. And you get
and the
more
sets
and
stay
more
up for a month.
Involved. Oh,
So
wow.
our kickoff is there on the 4th, but it's actually gonna all of the sets will stay up until January 7th because we wanted it to stay up after Three Kings Day, and so that's when we'll tear them down. So throughout, we're going to try and maybe get some carolers out there or have different little pop-up events throughout the time that those sets are there so people remember that they're still out there and accessible. But they'll all be lit up at night, and so people can see them from the road as they drive through, and it's just a really cool experience. I'm excited to have my first year with it because I wasn't there last year.
Yeah, I mean, and how cool is that? You can get awesome pictures, you can get some really great hot cocoa, and then you get to hear a little KitchenKillaz music. A little calling people out, having a good time, wishing happy holidays to everybody. I think it's gonna be fantastic, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
Are you gonna wear a Santa beard?
I'm growing. I shave this because if you shave your beard, it's supposed to grow back heavier. That's like the more you shave, the more it grows. The more you shave, the more it grows. So I shaved it yesterday. So hopefully my Santa beard is ready to go by December 4th.
That does not work.
I'm excited.
I am living proof that is a myth.
I shave every day. I ain't got shit.
It hasn't worked for me in 40 years.
One day. I've been told the same thing. Wait till you're 20. Okay. Wait till you're 30. Fine. Fantastic. Wait till you're 40. All right. Fine. Whatever. I give up. No problem. But if I think really, really hard, I can just pop a Santa beard out. So that's what I'm going for. I have a Dumbledore beard.
Manifest.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, the beard.
Manifest your Santa beard. So that's and so how often does Curry Ford West have events? Like how often are you? Well, Miss Executive Director, how? Like,
do you see the panic flash across at the first mention of the title?
She's like, is that me?
It's gonna settle in, I promise. But for the first couple of weeks, it's going to be a knee jerk because it's like I say, November has just been a whirlwind. Specifically this month, it's just kind of like the whole rest of the year felt like it was dragging, and then November was like like a record screech.
Yeah.
So I'm breathing. But when you're asking
we're
about
1 week away.
I know. But you're asking about events. And so the events that we do, what we want to do is have more iconic events that are recurring, like Picture Perfect, where people know about it, they can plan for it, our sponsors know, they can get involved, and it's more regularity. Because when you're firing events off the hip, it's hard for the event planners, it's hard for people to even know, oh, that was it, and you really have to have a good base of people listening to be spontaneous. So we're just trying to have, the good, stable consistency. So you saw Picture Perfect is our next one coming up December 4th. In February, we're hosting our first ever 5K. Yes, for real. Like the way that you run through the Milk District, we're doing a little 5K. It is early AF in the morning, but it is, you get done.
5,000 ounces of hot chocolate. That's what it is. It's 5,000 ounces of hot chocolate. Whoever can drink that much.
Early and I do running.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes. So there are really swanky actual medals because we have people involved in it who know the running committee. So they're like, we're not getting you those cheap medals. We really want like medals to be no, Billy, you do this.
Yeah.
No. You do
You're
this.
Not going to be able to bite into this one. It's going to be real.
It's going to be great. You're going to
like
love it.
swanky.
Guess what the name of it is?
Oh, I give up.
I didn't name it. It's Hurry Down the Curry 5K and Fun Run. So kids can be involved too.
Get out of here.
Hurry Down the Curry. I can't make it up. I did it. I didn't make this up.
Swanky. I like it. That's awesome. Man,
so that'll be February 26th. And I think what's really charming about this area. These aren't going to be chocolate
medals either, ladies and gentlemen. This is like legit. You can hurt somebody with this thing.
The charm of Curry Ford West. I'm just because I don't condone violence, Billy. But what's really charming about this is that every event that we have really speaks to the character of the district. And one that we just finished up over the summer that was really fun is that they installed a butterfly garden. It is gorgeous. You walk inside of it, and it was hidden behind the State Farm office that hosted it, Jason Bachnight, who was our past president. And there was a giant butterfly garden that was behind it, and you buy a ticket, and you go in, and there's butterflies just flying around you, and you walk through this serene little trail. And it's gone now, but I think we want to bring it back in a more permanent location, because it was so popular with the families. And then you go around and it looks like a little mini library, the little take a book, leave a book libraries. There it is. And you go, it was, I don't know that we have any pictures or videos of being inside of it, but it was transporting you to just a little island.
Who doesn't love butterflies?
No, it was great. And we also, a less serene event that they did was the Dressed Like a Dad pub crawl, which will be making a comeback. with its second annual Hawaiian Knot version. Where it'll, we'll see what they vote for the branding, but there was definitely the Dress Like a Dad pub crawl, which was awesome. They had a huge number of
Balance
great
on,
stops.
You got your white shoes, you got your.
There was a dad joke contest. We handed out fanny packs for certain.
With your fanny pack, you got to tuck
levels,
your shirt in. I love it. I love it. Dress like a dad pub crawl. And listen, dad bods have been really popular for the past couple years. So,
hugely popular.
I like how you guys stay on, you stay right on the nose of what's current and what not only that, but what's actually coming up. It's almost like you guys are influencing convention, which is really, really awesome. Because to be the creative in such a creative aspect of it, not only are you embracing the community, but you're inspiring and influencing them at the same time. Which is kind of like a two sides of a coin of responsibility. And like you said, it really is a representation of what's going on here culturally when it comes to art, when it comes to the community, and when it comes to how we all kind of come together as a community and how small businesses help each other, how we support each other. Growing up, there was always this massive influence of competition. Oh, it's you and who's the best. And it's like, listen, man. For the past maybe decade or so, people have started to realize, let's actually combine forces. Let's bring it all together. Let's see what we can create. Let's bring all these communities. Let's bring all of these small businesses together. And instead of trying to nitpick and compete with each other, let's power the whole community and really create a massive influence and a massive inspiration to the local people. It's so cool, man. It's a really great idea, and you guys got a lot of really cool stuff, man. And whoever does your designs for your logos and for your flyers, fantastic.
Ooh. So that is one of our members. They are called Eloquent, and it's with a K. And they are at the end of our district, kind of at one of our district borders. And if you are in the Orlando area, and you can visualize it, if you're south of the 408 on Curry Ford Road, over by the Twisty Treat and the bar that just became a Graffiti Junction. It used to be Piper's. It was a bit of a dive bar, but now it's a Graffiti Junction. There's a Twisty Treat, a fire department, all that stuff with the Publix over there. And then if you keep going all the way down past the Hourglass District, which is within the confines of Curry Ford West, to the end where it becomes cobblestone, that's why Kelly's Ice Cream is involved with us, because they're kind of nestled between us and Sodo. So Kelly's Ice Cream over on Fern Creek, they don't really exist in either of our districts, but they support both of us. And we kind of claim them because they're closer to us and we like the ice cream. And so, there's some outliers, and that is the other thing to remember, is that you don't need to be in the district to support the district. And I remind a lot of people, because you're talking about competition, and I think one thing that's really great about the executive directors of all these different districts is there is no competition between them, because we are all talking to the same people. Because I may live in this district, but my boyfriend lives up by Ivanhoe Village, and I have friends over in Winter Park, which is close to this. So I personally do business in nearly all the districts of, the Orlando Main Street district. So I don't think that there needs to be any type of competitive edge. I think they are welcome to share information, and they're ready to help each other. And I think that's what helps the entire economy of Orlando grow, is that we're all just the streets among it, and we all work together.
Yeah, and they're going to see more positive growth when as they have been for quite some time. Like you said, the executive directors all working together, the teams working together, the districts working together. And I think it took us too long to realize that, when we work together, we actually create more positive influence for individuals as well as individual companies, as well as the entire community. The idea of competition is such an antiquated idea. The idea of bringing everybody together and operating under the same basic premise of just help each other. When you put the good out there, it's going to come back tenfold. And
there's a time and a place for competition, like the 5K, or if we're running a competition, there, we love competitive nature and spirit and that drive. But you don't need to.
Coquito competition. Who makes the best coquito? That's going to be really good. I don't make coquito.
That's a healthy competition.
But I drink coquito. It'll be fantastic. Laney's coquito almost killed everybody. There's a lot of rum in there. But it's going to be interesting. So you're right. There is a time and a place for competition. But like you said, healthy competition, motivated competition, where it's it doesn't matter who wins. Everybody wins, just being a part of the whole thing. And another thing I wanted to bring up, because your designer's fantastic. Here's another one, Picture Perfect Holidays 2021. Look at old Kris Kringle looking awesome. I'm
You're
serious.
So funny. So this one wasn't eloquent, but this is definitely the classic Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell it's a little bit of a different artistic style. Just the photo and the fonts that are used. used and the colors that are used, but the fact that you work with multiple designers, multiple people that are promoting it, and I really like what they're doing here. Like, look at the detail that goes into this. Like, this is a big deal, which is super cool, man. And like you said, it's award winning. We like
and this is the one that, it's funny that you brought this one up, because this is the one that's getting that cool 3-dimensional chalk art in front of it. And when I say this isn't just like someone drawing some chalk on the sidewalk. This is a professional artist who does those 3-dimensional, where if you look at it from one way, it's going to look like you can either sit in a little train or be playing with a dog. Like, there's like going to be elements of it that are 3-dimensional, but if you look from a different way, it's not going to make sense. It's only going to look when you take the photo is going to capture it.
We participate in a Bartow chalk walk every year, and
so you're familiar.
And I never realized, when I thought chalk, I thought, okay, 2-dimensional chalk, no big deal. But as we're standing on stage, right? And it rains. So as we're standing on stage and we're walking around, or like in between the sets, I know the Commodore walked around and got some great photos. We got a couple of years ago, we were introduced to the 3-dimensional chalk art, which looks like you're jumping on a lily pad, or you're standing on top of a train, or you're sitting in this chair, and it's so cool the way that they're able to look, the way these artists are able to look at large scale, and they're able to look at it 3-dimensionally, which is that's mind-boggling to me. So it's that's so cool that not only could that be an event in and of itself, but it's part of this larger communal family event that you guys are hosting, which is so cool, man. And really, I'm excited to be a part of it. That's just going to be a lot of fun, a lot of fun. It looks great. It's going to be incredible. The weather in December.
Did you tell the Commodore what our president said when I told him about you?
We read that comment just before we went, because I was kind of showing him what was going on in the invitation. I was looking for the date of the event, and he got down he goes, wait a minute, she said right here, hey, I was talking to my president about ... I said, we'll get there. Like, this is what's going on with the event. But then I read the rest, and he goes, are we bucket list? And I'm like, apparently we're bucket list. I was like, we've made it.
That's what our president said. And I'll talk about them since they won't say it about themselves, but I told our president, I said, I got some music. We were looking for music. I got us some music. It's actually the KitchenKillaz. And I started explaining what they do, copy and pasted an acoustic duo around the country kitchen,
for free.
And he said, wow, I've heard of them, and I've actually been wanting to bring them in for a while. If you could get them, that would really be a bucket list item for me. And I was like, they're going to be thrilled that they're a bucket list item.
Absolutely.
That is so cool.
That's so awesome, man. I'm so excited. And it's crazy to see.
So I'm already excited to be involved, but that makes me even more excited to be involved.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how all these, it's like serendipitous, how all of these things kind of come together in relationships and energy that sometimes we don't even know about, but it exists out there. We talk all the time about how influencers don't always know who they're influencing. We just don't always know, as an artist, as a creator, just as a person, like even just a person being out there and being yourself. Like, you don't know who you're influencing every day. You don't know who's listening and who's inspired by what.
I try to remember that when I'm driving.
Yeah.
I don't know who's in the car next to me now that I have this title.
Also good.
They're all my neighbors.
That is awesome. Man, this is so cool, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us. And it sounds like you've been doing interviews all day. She's like, I forget. I just did an interview earlier. I mean, you're kind of a rock star, Sarah Shoulak. We're so happy. And all the way from Fort Myers. So thank you for taking time away from Jordan, away from his family, and spending some time with us. We really, really appreciate it. We're so excited. We're so proud of you. We're so excited to just watch you. Like, again, you had a house. Now you have a district. Yes. It's so cool, man. And again, they couldn't have made a better choice. You love purely from your heart, and this is just all of these amazing decisions and all of these trials and tribulations, the success and all the pain and everything, all these learning things that are now coming to fruition. And you have this incredible canvas in front of you, working with an amazing team in an incredible community. And I'm so excited to see how what Curry Ford West does over the next year and the next 2 years, and not only just what Curry Ford West does, but how you're able to inspire and work with the other executive directors from all of the other districts. It's going to be incredible, man. And we're so happy not only to see you and watch you do this, but to even be a part of it is just such a blessing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be a celebrity if I didn't have fans. So I can't thank you enough for supporting me along the way and kind of going back and forth with it and, hyping me. And, when we have different successes, I think we celebrate each other. And I think that that's what the vibe of Curry Ford West is that we're not trying to be anything that we're not. And we want to be really authentic, even owning up if we make mistakes or want to try something new or something didn't work, and really asking what the community needs. And you guys know me, I speak in taglines and buzzwords all the time. Everything I do is like a marketing quip, but what I keep thinking about this position is, if you want to tell people what they need, go into politics. And if you want to ask people what they need, you go into like nonprofit organizations and this kind of charity work. And that's really what I want to do, is I want to say, how can we help you? What does support look like to you? And then meet the needs of all of our community members. And I think people who kind of get in that power hungry, crazed, like, oh, this is how I'm going to make my district. I'm not actually like that, but I have that energy. That's the amount of energy that I have. But I'm not trying to say like, here are just all the things that I want to do at a bigger scale. It's really knowing who to learn from and knowing who to ask for things, and that's part of that delegation and growth. So I think that it's going to be cool where these opportunities come up for all of us in that.
Yeah, and like having your fingers on the heart pulse of the community and saying what does the community need? What are they in need for? Tell us. Like we have a great arsenal at our disposal. Like, you tell us what you need. Like, and like you said, what is support to you? And from a politician's perspective, they come in and they say, we're going to give you support, and this is how you're going to get it. But from a nonprofit or a charity position, you come in and you say, what is support to you? And we're going to provide that to you.
Could you imagine if a nonprofit was like, this is the cancer drug you need, or whatever? It's like, you gotta say,
right.
Community, right. What can I help you with, or what can I give you? Because,
yeah.
T-shirts and keychains only go so far.
Amen. And when you ask the question, just listen, and the people will answer. Ask the community. The community will tell you. It's and I think that's a big part of it is to not necessarily, like you said, I'm not going in there to say, hey, I want to do all these things. It's going in and saying, okay, let's discover together as a community what is really
Dana's trying to get me to run for president.
I'm just saying. That's right. And just comes in with hurry down the curry, bestie. So it's so awesome. Again, Sarah, thank you so much for spending some time with us. We're super excited to watch this grow. Have a safe and happy holiday this week with Jordan's family, and we're excited to see you in December. Which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be playing some music. We're going to be taking some photos, and we're going to be drinking some hot chocolate. That's what I'm talking about. 4 more years, yes.
Oh my God, we'll see.
I love it. Hey, man,
nobody
Sarah,
Google me until then.
You know how it is. You're part of this motley crew. You're going to get nothing but love and support, and that's just the way it works. Next thing you know, you're the president.
You'd be a great campaign manager, Billy. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
The crazy thing is Dana is from Canada and Matt McIver's from Ireland. So look at that. I don't know if those votes count, but hey, we love it. It's going to be fantastic. They're going to become American citizens just to vote. Like, we're here. We're ready to put Sarah in office. That is
I have a lot of international friends, but
that is very true. And again, something super cool for the internet to kind of bring us all together, this incredible community. And that's why I feel, and I'm going to speak for the Commodore here, that's why we feel so grateful to be a part of such a cool community and such a welcoming community from people that are literally all over the world. And it's really great to be able to do something like that, and then to be able to step out our front door right next door to Curry Ford West and to be able to interact with these other creative and influential people is just so motivating and inspiring. Like, just such an honor to be a part of it. Thank you so much for thinking of us.
And thank you guys for having me all night. And thank you all for listening and commenting and watching and being great.
That's what I'm talking about. Right on, Sarah. We'll talk to you soon. Tell Jordan we said hello, and thank you very much. We most certainly appreciate that. You guys be safe this weekend, and let's talk soon. Is that cool?
Sounds good. Take it easy.
Yeah. Awesome. Have a good night, Sarah. Take care.
Bye.
Boop.
I love her. She's fantastic. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. You want to end it with a music video, good sir?
Music video.
Music video. So thank you guys for joining us. We most certainly appreciate it. This Wednesday at 7:05, we're going to be live to our Patreon patrons, facebook.com/ I'm not going to tell you, but you can go over to patreon.com/KitchenKillaz, and for as little as $5 a month, you can sign up and be a Patreon patron. We'll add you to the secret, ultra secret, top level group on Facebook. It's going to be really, really cool. We have some music we're going to be playing on Wednesday, some shenanigans, some things we're going to be talking about this Friday. We're at Mama and Papa Floyd's for the Thanksgiving leftover extravaganza, which is going to be a lot of fun. And next Friday, we're at Tally Lockhart's house for her housewarming party. Second housewarming party for a kitchen crashing over there. We hope you guys keep in touch with us. A huge shout out to all of our sponsors: Wayne Dench Incorporated, EMS Mobile Detailing, Casador Studios, Tornatore's Restaurante and Marketplace, Lakeland Barbecue and Lakeland Ice Cream Company, Coffee Shop of Horrors and Jonesy's Cafe, and ArtHaus.
Don't forget that one.
That's right, powered by Sarah Shoulak. Again, a huge shout out to Sarah thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you guys have a moment, check out Curryford West, check out Kaluos, check out ArtHaus 615 on Instagram. Throw likes and follows, do all that good stuff, and we hope you guys have a fantastic night. So let's click some buttons, and we'll do a little music video. After this, the great Commodore's going to come on here with some very sexy vocals, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Hey!
As shadows run in circles, silhouetting as they pass me by. On the wall there's prancing ponies, only drifting through this 2D life. Won't you take my hand and trust me? Won't you leave from pain and touch my flow? There's some space that right beside me. I could be just what you're looking for as we drift, slide, collide, explode to something undiscovered, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide to something special. I might join you in your painting if you join me in my 3D world. I'll run up in horizontal if you would be my 3D girl as we drift, slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide, grow mountains with rivers running rapid like waterfalls. I'm coming home to you. Slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide to something special. Collide to something special. Slide, collide to something special. Explode to something undiscovered, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide, grow mountains with rivers running rapid like waterfalls. I'm coming home to you. Slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide, grow mountains with rivers running rapid like waterfalls. I'm coming home to you. Slide, collide, explode flow to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide to something special. Collide to something special. Whoa. Drift, slide, collide to something special. Yeah, yeah.
Bye, everybody.